comment Reda. On peut faire waouh, Reda. Waouh. Oh la classe.
La saison d'été vient tout juste de démarrer, mais une dernière tempête s'abat sur le studio Génie. The Men Bucky, A-Buck et Cosmic Ben ne sont pas ennemis, mais partagent un même moteur, la vengeance. L'un a tout perdu avec un contrat envolé, l'autre n'a plus que la colère depuis la trahison de son frère. Chacun joue sa dernière carte, c'est quitte ou double. Une autre qui pourrait doubler son nombre de ceintures, c'est l'intrépide, l'indomptable et explosive JGU, votre toute nouvelle championne APC Evolution. Elle fera face à la chef de meute, la femme la plus dangereuse d'Europe, la championne Progress, Rio. Mais une menace supplémentaire se dresse, l'étoile montante qui a fait tomber l'ancienne championne Progress Kenji lors de Rise for Glory, Céline Fiery. Alors, qui repartira avec le titre? Un titre, c'est ce qu'il peut viser quand il veut, où il veut. Le capitaine Thiago Monteiro, plus confiant que jamais, affrontera dans un three-way celui qui ne meurt jamais, le Phénix Griff. Et celui qui a construit sa légende aux quatre coins du monde, The Base God Gringo Loco. L'échec n'est pas une fin, c'est un point de départ. Et Josh T est bien décidé à sortir grandi de ses derniers revers. À moins que son adversaire ne l'en empêche. Joseph fucking Fenech. Et il est vraiment très méchant. Joseph Fenech Jr est de retour au studio Génie. Et une chose est sûre, s'il a changé, c'est en pire. Changer en pire, c'est justement ce qu'a fait ravage ces derniers mois. Après avoir attaqué Cosmic Ben, Céline, Josh T et même Cédric Alexander, il est prêt à faire abandonner le titre mondial de l'APC à Mr. Hype lui-même, Kuro, prêt à venger les siens. Alors qui dira en premier « J'abandonne » ? Deux qui ne comptent certainement pas abandonner, ce sont Zach Eriti et Juma Bolat, Suplex République. Déterminés à mettre la main sur les titres tag team de l'APC, détenus par Mecha et Ricky Sosa, la Top Dogs Family. Mais attention, il se pourrait bien qu'aucune de ces deux équipes ne reparte avec les ceintures, car la tactique a un nouveau plan. Et ce plan s'appelle Nate Prince et Rinaldo. Et alors que vous pensiez avoir tout vu, la dernière tempête s'abat et le chasseur royal déploie ses ailes. Et une énorme proie se tient sur son terrain de chasse. Aigle Blanc affrontera le seul et unique Wanted Man, Nick Nemeth, dans le main event. Encore une fois à l'APC, l'histoire s'écrit et les destins changent. Inutile de sortir vos parapluies et ouvrez grand les yeux. Mesdames et messieurs, bienvenue à APC Final Storm.
Encore, le studio Génie. Mesdames et messieurs au studio Génie et chez vous à la maison, bienvenue au plus gros show de l'année. Bienvenue à APC Final Storm. Et sans plus tarder, ok oui. On va pas perdre de temps, mesdames et messieurs. Le prochain match est un match triple menace pour le titre Progress Women's Championship.
APC Final Storm. The Progress Women's World Championship is on the line, and I will be facing the very best in the business. the top of France, Céline Fiery, and the top of Europe, Rio. See, I'm the least experienced, and that's the fact. I haven't even been here for a year, but I can give you all the facts. I made Rio pass out only 6 months after my debut, and I became the very first woman to ever win a singles championship in APC. And that is something Céline has never been able to achieve. Let's face it, I'm the biggest threat. I am JGU, the pinnacle of evolution, the embodiment of progress itself. My shoulders are big and I love gold. So ladies, on June the 28th, you better be prepared to hear that JGU made history. Again.
You heard the sirens to begin what will be the final storm here in the city of Nanterre at the outskirts of the heart of France in Paris. Matt Damasi here with your English language commentary coming to you from the eye of the storm, the final storm presented by APC. And an opportunity for this young woman, whether you call her with the French GGU or with the English JGU, one thing is for certain, those are three mighty dangerous letters in professional wrestling. And you see there, JGU coming out with the APC Evolution Championship, a title that she won at Rise for
Votre
Glory.
dernière opportunité au travail, votre dernier fou rire, votre dernier baiser même. Et si ça avait été vraiment la dernière fois? Le titre féminin de la Progress va à nouveau être défendu en France. Un titre de légende détenu par les meilleurs. Toni Storm, Jordynne Grace ou encore Meiko Satomura. Et si cette fois, c'est la dernière fois? D'un côté Rio, l'athlète complète, la femme la plus dangereuse d'Europe. Et de l'autre, JGU. Intrépide, explosive, la première championne, APC Evolution. Une défense de titre de plus pour l'une et l'opportunité de rentrer dans l'histoire pour l'autre. Et pour moi, un autre défi. J'ai battu Emerson Jane, j'ai battu Kenji, ancienne championne de la Progress. Deux des plus grands talents en Europe. Mais pas parce que j'étais meilleure qu'elle, mais parce que j'étais prête. 1793 jours. Il m'a fallu 1793 jours entre mon premier entraînement et mon premier match sur le ring. Alors que certains y arrivent en seulement quelques mois. Des larmes, du sang, de la sueur. C'est pas des mots en l'air, c'est ma réalité. Je sais ce que c'est de galérer, je sais ce que c'est de tomber, je sais ce que c'est de vouloir abandonner. J'ai été trahie, j'ai été humiliée, j'ai perdu des titres. Mais ça me définit. Mais... Et si maintenant j'étais au plus haut de ce que je pouvais faire? Et si j'étais au sommet de la montagne? Peut-être que j'en suis copiée. Parce que je sais que rien n'est jamais acquis et que demain on peut tout perdre. Aujourd'hui, je peux plus douter. Je dois me battre. Rio, JGU, I no longer in the opportunity. I take it. I overturn it. So ladies, just think about the storm we're gonna unleash in this ring. But just remember, we always fear the big clouds before the storm. But actually, It's always the small wind that no one notices that actually start the storm. I bring the final storm.
And just as with JGU, another woman who is here to prove that she is not only a stepping stone for others, but that she will climb the steps of history herself. Celine. Of course, the attack upon her by Ravage must be somewhere in the back of her head, but when you look back to the past couple of appearances, incredible performances that we've seen from Celine. Two challengers who come here to Nanterre, to the final storm, with a lot of momentum, and they're going to need every bit of that momentum because they are going to have to topple arguably the most dominant woman in all of European wrestling. There you see her, and you hear these fans, the chant for Rio. This is what the music of war sounds like. This woman on her second reign as a Progress Women's World Champion. Her first reign went for 434 days, still fresh. Nigh on 2 months since she regained this championship, and knowing Rio, she will be determined to be the battering ram, to go through everybody she has to go through to keep that championship forever. The next step for Rio's dominance, the tour of dominance of Rio's, goes through France, goes through Nanterre, and goes through APC. A true war fitting of the term Final Storm. I send you to the ring to our ring announcer, Reda, for the official championship introduction.
Mesdames et messieurs, le prochain match est un match three-way pour le Progress Women's Championship. La première participante, elle représente Suplex Republic. Le mouvement Yes We Plex. She is the three most dangerous letters in wrestling. G-J-U. La deuxième challengeuse, elle nous vient du pays des merveilles. Celle qui n'a jamais grandi, Céline Fiery. And their opponents. She hails from Preston, England. She is the leader of the pack, the most dangerous woman in wrestling Europe. She is and stands on top of the food chain, the Progress Women's Champion, Rio!
She might be at the top of the food chain, quite deservedly so, but maybe after tonight that will change. You listen to Studio Jenny here, a melting pot with the fans as our referee, Daphne Yawara, presents the Progress Women's World Championship. This is what our opening bout here at the Final Storm will be for. And with that, the fight begins. The fans here chanting for a new champion. It looks like the first interaction is going to be between Rio and JGU. See there, Celine pushing Rio away. Well, she did say earlier, as you saw in the video, Celine has felt overlooked for so long here at APC. 1,700 plus days, but she feels like she's not being treated with the respect that she deserves, respect that she's about to take. You see the reaction. I think she might have shocked both JGU and Rio. I'll tell you, JGU is tough as nails. Well, I'd say Rio might as well be the steel that is turned into nails. Oh, Celine taken right down with that boot. Thunderous boot there by Rio, as now it is JGU and Rio that will square off. And of course, JGU coming off of winning her first ever championship, nigh on a year after she's debuted, became the first ever woman to hold the APC Evolution title. The championship you saw her bring out with herself. And one other interesting tidbit, Rio and JGU have met before outside of APC, where JGU has even gotten the win. So they're two competitors that are definitely familiar with one another, and I'm sure somewhere in the back of her mind, Rio is playing footage from that first fight, seeing what she can learn, but maybe more so fueling that rage of hers to make sure to take down JGU here. But looks like JGU is the one that's going to be doing the taking down. Wonderful waistlock takedown there. And very intelligent. Speaks to just the level of JGU, even so early in her career, holding on to that waistlock, keeping the pressure as Rio finds her way out. Wonderfully done by JGU to make sure that waistlock, that second waistlock, does not clinch. Transition into a headlock. Of course, JGU, part of the Suplex Republic. And her partners, Juma Bolat and Zach Ariti, will be competing for the APC Tag Team Championship later on the show. And of course, we're going to be having an I Quit match between Kuro and Ravage. That rivalry coming to an end. And speaking to coming to an end, that Rio pulling her up. A roll up here, roll up by JGU, and a kick out by Rio. Rio was looking for that burning, for that package pile driver, as Rio now rolling up cover, and a kick out by JGU. Both women looking to put an end to this match real quick. With JGU and Rio there, as it looks like fully hyper-fixated on each other. And you see there on the other side, Celine was, I think, trying to prowl and climb up, but Rio with her experience, felt her coming and took her right back down. The JGU now into those ropes and coming right back with that kick. A cover here for JGU and a kick out by Rio. You see there that expression on Rio's face. I think she might have seen very shortly her reign coming to an end there. And now JGU again getting her up, trying to look for that slam. Rio coming in with a shotgun drop kick, sending her straight into that turnbuckle. JGU was looking for that Fight Night Havoc. And I'll tell you what, if she finds Fight Night Havoc, it's going to be the end of this reign as Rio with a wonderful drop kick, a cover, full steam ahead to victory, but a kick out by JGU. You see there, JGU clearly caught all of that kick. Potentially a busted lip even. Fights her way out of that position as Rio, wonderfully done to come back into that waist lock position and a back elbow by JGU. But going into Celine, Celine with a counter, and Celine herself on this quest to be taken more seriously. And a quest that she may well achieve here. And Celine herself coming off of wonderful performances. Of course, she beat Emerson Jane at APC Limitless. Oh, caught there by JGU, wonderfully done to roll through. Rolling through is Celine, but a kick out by JGU. And of course, very interestingly, of course, at APC Rise for Glory, she beat Kanji, a former two-time Progress Women's World Champion, so she's already beaten a champion. Maybe here she's beaten another, but no, a kick out comes in from JGU. Rushing in is Rio, and Celine takes her down with that drop toe hold. I would say she has the biggest disadvantage here due to sheer size. When you talk about sheer size, Rio has her up in that fireman's position. Fireman's carry. Look at that strength, look at that strength by Rio! And she tosses Celine right into JGU. That is the kind of force, the earth-splitting force that is Rio. And now you know why she's known as the baddest woman on Europe. Celine now tied in those ropes. An uphill battle, but you could say that about Celine's entire career. The fairy that never grew up. But you notice, and she said it herself, this lack of people taking her seriously, whether it be due to her size or her mentality or her way of life. She's looking to change that here. And if you listen to JGU, well, asking to be saved, did a wonderful job, however, of padding the landing on her feet and a kick out. I'll tell you what, had Rio gotten the full impact, had JGU not reacted quickly enough to land on her feet, that would have been the end. Rio, what a clubbing blow there, straight to the back of JGU, and Celine trying to fight and claw. And Rio turning around like the behemoth that she is. Has Celine by the throat. That forearm straight onto the neck. All that damage onto Celine. And one thing is for certain thus far, Rio is definitely proving why she's such a dominant force in European wrestling. She's managed to stay on top of things thus far, but it looks like Celine fighting back as hard as she can, but taken right into that corner, and good night with that knee straight to the face. Rio coming in, blocked there by JGU, wonderfully done. JGU looking to add a second championship to her career. And what a championship, what an achievement it would be! The falling star! Celine lands that falling star. And now, no time to recuperate. Rio comes in with that hard head. Celine and JGU fighting with all they have. And it looks like they might have finally made a dent in the dominance of Rio. One thing's for sure, this match could go any which way. And you see that, hold on, look at that in the middle. JGU and Celine grabbing onto each other. I think they see maybe the path to victory through each other. Maybe if one of them can dispatch it and knock out the next, they can get the cover off before Rio comes to. And you hear now the conflicting chants here in Nanterre in Studio Jenny. What a back elbow there. JGU maybe completely knocked. Wonderfully done. Ducked twice. Celine using that speed. Hold on. Caught there by JGU. Dangerous position. Wonderfully done there by Celine. Comes around and gets her with that bulldog. And all those years, those 1,700 plus days of being underestimated, of being seen as small fish. Celine coming in, both knees onto Rio. And Rio is limp. Maybe with a victory here, cementing herself, Celine will finally be treated with the respect that she deserves. Twisting around here. JGU and Rio have Celine up, and Celine catches them. Plants them both with that DDT. Get on the cover. Pulling Rio to the side at last here, but a kick out by Rio. A kick out by Rio. Maybe the second time with JGU for the title, but again a kick out. And you have to think, had she pulled JGU first, that might have led to the win. But in the heat of battle, you got to pull the first person, the closest person to you. Well, maybe, not the end, maybe. Only delayed. Celine looking for the one-way ticket to Fairyland. JGU not going to take that ticket, coming right back. Celine, wonderfully done. Celine might have it. New champion, but a kick out by JGU. A kick, ducked under, super kick to the face. Maybe, oh goodness, I was about to say maybe this is the Fairy's Wonderland indeed. But instead, it looks like the three most dangerous letters are about to prove exactly why that is. JGU tossing herself, using herself as a missile to dismantle Rio. And you hear the fans here in Nanterre, here in Studio Jenny at the very start of Final Storm. Well, if this is a sign of things to come, then my goodness, what a night we're going to have. You see there in the ring, Celine coming up to her feet. Rio, JGU about to be the target. Climbing up to that top rope, and she takes the trust fall. And Studio Jenny erupting pulling JGU into the ring. Maybe this is the day for Celine. The fans here chanting for a new champion as JGU takes that one-way ticket to Fairyland. And a Fairyland it will be for Celine. Oh, here comes Rio. Rio is in. Celine wonderfully done. Let's go to dodge that boot. That boot would have put her out of commission. Maybe still. Second time of asking now that Rio's out of the way. Oh, JGU moves that arm away. Makes sure that arm isn't in the way. Can't be trapped there by Celine as that boot comes straight. And it looks like this match will end with some Fight Night Havoc for the championship here, but Rio at the nick of time. And you look at the disbelief in the eyes of JGU. She knew the win was coming. She knew that was her moment, a moment that's been taken away. And while she's stupefied, while she's in disbelief, the package pile driver to end her misery. Nearly the championship. She's going to fall all the way from Cloud 9 to the pit of despair. Fighting against it again for the second time. How much can she fight? And instead now it is Rio who's stupefied. Rio who's shocked. JGU showing her spirit. Well, face first into that turnbuckle, and here comes that spinning heel kick. And now, to put the final nail in the coffin, package pile driver. And she remains at the top of the food chain.
Mesdames et messieurs, and still your Progress Women's Champion, Rio!
And what a way to cement your dominance. Two challengers who come in with all the momentum in the world. And yet, when it counts, when it matters most, Rio proves exactly why she's such a dominant champion. A show of respect here from Rio, and she is a one tough cookie. She's one person who's very difficult when it comes to earning respect from, to winning respect from. This shows the warrior spirit that both women has shown here to begin at Final Storm. But this is merely the beginning. JGU can be disappointed, as can Celine. And the night ends for Rio in success. JGU slowly making her way out of the ring as we set up for the next bout coming up on Final Storm. Josh T will be in action facing off against a man that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Mesdames et messieurs, le prochain match est un match simple, prévu en un tombé ou une soumission.
Every time I speak, I want to shift it. I'm not saying I'm gonna move the world or I'm gonna change it, but I guarantee that I will spark the brand that will.
Le premier participant, il nous vient de Paris, 1m90 pour 75 kilos, Jackpot Josh T.
And the young man who is known as Jackpot Josh T will be in action. And let's just say Josh T hasn't had the finest of luck as of late. Ever since losing that APC Evolution Championship, he's not quite had the success that he'd have wanted. An opportunity here to get back on track, and not least of which after being attacked by Ravage at Rise for Glory. Well, I'll tell you what, if this is the first step back up to success, it will be one hell of a step. It'll be much more of a mountain than anything else. And as is the nature of this man, after making us wait, after disappearing for 5 months, making us wait that much more to bask in his appearance, in his presence. Well and truly one of the most despicable human beings. And speak of the devil.
Et son adversaire, il est méchant, méchant. Celui qu'on appelle 3 fois Joseph fucking Fenech.
Méchant, méchant. Mean. I would definitely not use those words, but the words I would use, I can't use on TV. Joseph Fenech Jr., well and truly one of the most reviled, one of the most vile human beings that I have ever had the displeasure of meeting, seeing, or calling. A man whose talent is only rivaled by his arrogance. And we haven't seen Joseph Fenech Jr. at APC in 5 months. The last time we saw him, it was when he lost the APC World Championship to Aigle Blanc at 21st anniversary. And you have to think just what a blow to his pride it was to lose that APC World Championship and nonetheless lose it to Aigle Blanc, the man who has basically been his closest rival for his entire career. Well, I did mention the issues that Josh T has been having. Of course, the attack on him by Ravage using the shirt of Kuro to choke him at Rise for Glory. Which is a message from Ravage towards Kuro. Of course, Kuro, a mentor for Josh T. And I find it interesting that Fenech would go after Josh T here, because I'm sure that Fenech maybe is sending a message towards Kuro that he's coming back for that APC World Championship. As now you see Fenech coming right back. Wonderfully done there by Josh T to move out of the way. Wonderfully done, leapfrogs over and again, and now what an arm drag! Taking the former champion to his limits as the kick out comes in. Oh, there we go. The absolute duel of speed is what we're witnessing between Josh T and Joseph Fenech Jr. Fenech back up to his feet. Josh T back up to his. Pushed away there by Fenech, and Fenech going straight onto Josh T. Absolute disrespect, a slap given right back. He's not going to be taking it. Wonderfully done there. He's going to have a big challenge ahead of him. Well, Fenech is dangerous enough without being ticked off. And considering the fact that he's back here for the first time since losing his world championship to his most bitter of rivals, he's going to be ticked off as hell. About to be even more, but a kick out comes in from Fenech. Jackpot right back up to his feet. He's got to stay on top of things. You can't give Fenech any room to breathe. As much of a vile human being as he is, he's still definitely one of the best that France has to offer. And you see they're using those ropes, abusing those ropes more like. Josh T in the danger zone as Fenech flies through. And again, Fenech running into those ropes to throw himself through onto Josh T and taking out the entire first two rows. And now you see why, one of the reasons why this man was a dominant APC world champion. You see referee Alex Schneider trying to somehow gain back control of the chaos here. His count at 5 already. I think Fenech is going to relax and take the count-out victory after having completely driven Josh T through the entire first two rows. Josh T with immense difficulty finding his way back to the ring, and Fenech just giving a sly smile. Almost like he's excited about all the punishment that he's going to put Josh T through. Now we know that Fenech is one of those people that's going to beat on anybody less experienced, anybody weaker than him. You see the talking down to Josh as Josh looks up at him. Fenech enjoys causing not just physical pain, but emotional pain, mental pain. You hear the fans here at Jenny making their thoughts very clear. Josh T doing the same, not with words, but with one hell of a loogie. Defiant as ever is the young man. And that defiance may just prove to be the poison that takes him down, but instead, Josh T comes up with an incredible counter. Fenech holding on to his back. Maybe even more rage going through him than pain as he gets right back onto Josh T, but what a boot. What a cyclone boot straight to the head. Fenech taken down. And Josh T now has a moment to recuperate. You see all the damage that's been done through Fenech. Especially Josh T, who's had very rough past few months. Maybe this is the first step for Josh T, not just back onto the right track, but to catapult himself even further beyond. Catapulting is exactly what Fenech is gonna be trying to do here. But instead, Josh T finds two massive boots, taking him right back down onto the knee. Here comes Josh. What a combination there, ending with that neck breaker. A chance here, get on the cover, make yourself a star. A cover here maybe for the win, but a kick out. A kick out by Fenech. And just imagine, after all the tribulations that he's had for the past months, what would it do for this young man's career if he were to say, I just pinned a former APC world champion? A springboard to greater things, and a springboard that he may well still be able to take. They're trying to get the hook in, but instead Fenech uses his size. Definitely got mass here on Josh T. Enziguri right back up, and then he takes Josh down, head going through the turnbuckle. Fenech now looking to catapult himself, and instead he gets waylaid. Absolutely waylaid by Josh T. Maybe a night of miracles for Josh T. Oh, but Fenech collapses. I don't know, maybe if it's instinct or if his body just gave up on him there. Well, Josh T, he's standing around. Get on the cover. Referee Alex Schneider checking if Fenech can continue. I think Josh T allowing him that courtesy. But I think now that courtesy's settled, Josh T sees his opportunity. Fenech countering here. Back and forth. Lifted up by Josh T, but instead, a kick there, the high kick ducked under by Fenech. Fenech into those ropes, coming right back with that cutter. And with that, I think he's just completely torn Josh's chances apart. The cannonball to send Fenech to the victory, but a kick out by Josh T. The shoulder comes up. And while the fans are chanting APC, you look at Fenech, his gaze lost in the distance. Maybe his thoughts racing, maybe doubt settling in. I mean, after he lost that championship, for him to be away for 5 months, you have to wonder what all went through his head. Maybe doubting himself here is Fenech. Maybe, just maybe, he feels the danger that is Josh T, a danger that he's going to put to an end there with that DDT. Instead, Josh maybe here, and a kick out by Fenech. Took too much time. Fenech now has Josh T, throws him over, lands on his feet. Maybe an opportunity, jackpot here. Fenech on his feet, blow, weaved, ducked away, and here comes a cutter! What a cutter there! And you call it jackpot? Jackpot indeed! And this boy is about to get rich. Josh with that kick. Fenech taken down the victory of his career here on a kick out by Fenech. The shoulder comes up and you see Josh more so in disbelief than anything. Tired, exhausted, in pain. But these are the moments where he has to grit his teeth. These are the moments where he has to stay on top of things, stay on top of Fenech. And I think he sees the end quickly approaching. For the third time of asking, and for the third time a counter by Fenech, rolled up here by Josh T, maybe for the win, but a kick out by Fenech again. It's just the speed with which these two react is well and truly unbelievable. A super kick there to the face. Both feet coming up. Fenech has him, and he plants him. Puts him down once and for all. Fenech returns with a victory on his side.
Et voici votre vainqueur, Joseph Fenech Jr.
And you hear the disappointment echoing in the Studio Genie. One thing I want to say is valiantly fought by Josh T. Absolutely valiant effort against one of the most dangerous, one of the most sadistic individuals here at APC. And sadly for everyone, an individual who's just made a return. Now, come on, that's completely unnecessary. But that's exactly who Fenech is. You see there, referee Alex Schneider trying to pull him off, but good luck getting him off it. It looks like, is that? Yeah, that's Aaron Ordo and Nate Prince. La Tactique. We saw these two come out to maybe support Josh after being attacked by Ravage, and Ordo and Nate Prince showing up again, and of course Fenech turning tail the moment things get even remotely dicey. You see the referee Alex Schneider making sure that Josh is okay. Thiago, the leader of La Tactique, is just standing there, and then an exchange of glances between Fenech and Thiago is I don't know if this means that Josh
Three
T
of the nation's elite tag teams. One final battle. A single throne at the top of the mountain. Two ruthless CEOs born to be adored. A rising republic ready to raise their flag. And a family whose strength can no longer be ignored. All of them will fight with everything they've got. All of them want the crown. But when the storm clears, only one team will stand tall. Only one will leave the final storm draped in gold.
Mesdames et messieurs, avant de passer à la suite du show, est-ce qu'il y en a qui ont été hier au show Pray for Paris de Fourth Row? Eh bien, pour ceux qui ont été, vous avez dû sûrement vivre un show exceptionnel, mais il y en a un qui n'a pas passé la meilleure soirée de sa vie. Alors s'il vous plaît, je vais vous demander de vous lever. Tous, s'il vous plaît, tout le monde debout, tout le monde debout, tout le monde debout. Veuillez accueillir The Man Bucky, Aigle! back!
Right now, the fans up on their feet as Reda introduces A-Buck, who was supposed to be in competition tonight here. However, sadly, the leader of the Top Dogs family.
S'il vous plaît, du bruit pour A-Buck avant qu'il arrive, s'il vous plaît. Allez-y, montrez-lui un peu du bruit! On est...
Well, there he is, the man himself, A-Buck.
Du bruit!
Supposed to be in competition tonight. However, sadly, last night A-Buck was injured, and we won't be able to compete here tonight as we're about to have the tag team championship match. The APC tag team titles will be on the line, will be defended by the Top Dogs family. That being Ricky Souza.
Avant de lui donner le micro, s'il vous plaît, le studio génie, un tonnerre d'applaudissements pour The Man, Bucky A-Buck!
By Ricky Souza and Mecca. Let's hear some words from A-Buck himself.
Bonsoir les gars. Par rapport à ce qui s'est passé hier soir, je ne vais pas vous mentir, c'est la première fois de ma carrière que je me blesse en plein match. En 15 ans de carrière, pour vous dire la vérité. Et ça m'a vraiment fait mal en fait de vous donner une performance dans laquelle vous y attendez. Malheureusement, j'ai pas pu faire cela correctement. Et à 5h du matin, j'ai ressenti vraiment une douleur qui a été vraiment dure. Donc du coup, j'ai dû appeler l'hôpital. Et les tests m'ont été dit que j'ai un traumatisme du genou antérieur. Du fait, ça c'est la mauvaise nouvelle. Mais la bonne nouvelle, c'est que j'ai pas de fracture. Donc, je vais enchaîner encore avec une mauvaise nouvelle. Logiquement, vous savez, je vais devoir me reposer et malheureusement, je vais devoir m'arrêter pendant 2 mois, les gars. Pas le choix, il n'y a pas le choix. Je dois respecter vraiment le fait que je dois récupérer à 100% et je vous promets une chose. Demain, Bucky va revenir encore plus fort. Il y a une chose aussi que j'aimerais préciser. C'est que mercredi soir sur les réseaux sociaux, vous avez pu voir que The Almighty Bobby Lashley va apparaître. Le 30 août, BZW APC. Donc, message pour toute la direction de la BZW. Si moi-même, je vais faire en sorte de revenir à fond, à 100%. Et il y a intérêt, vous aviez intérêt que j'affronte Bobby Lashley le 30 août. Si j'affronte pas Bobby Lashley, il y a émeute, les gars. Maintenant, match de championnat par équipe. Hey, oh, by the way, Nicolas Mitchell, I love you, baby. Match par équipe, dédicace à la famille. La tête et non la queue depuis le premier jour, les premiers, jamais les derniers. Ceci est dédié pour ceux qui sont la tête et non la queue depuis le premier jour et vous connaissez très bien le nom. Top Dogs! Let's kill it!
Well, A-Buck sadly injured, and with that, he will be taking an extended break to prepare and to be fully healthy because in August, BZW and APC will go head to head, and on that night, he is slated to face the almighty Bobby Lashley. And for that battle,
Mesdames et
A-Buck
messieurs, le prochain match est un match triple threat pour les titres tag team de l'APC. Les premiers arrivés sur le ring, avec un poids composé de 210 kilos, The Young Savage, Ricky Sosa, The Island Soldier, Mecca, Top Dogs Family!
And while A-Buck can prepare for the battle to come in August, these two men have done their preparations and they are ready for this next battle, this next challenge to defend their APC Tag Team Championship. The Top Dogs family, Mecca and Ricky Sosa, with their leader, with the biggest dog, watching over A-Buck. Clearly the champions ready to fight, prepared. And so is Studio Jenny, as it seems. However, they will be facing two other strong teams. And you hear the sirens. You see the cyclone. The Juma
Leurs
Bolat.
adversaires, les premiers challengers. Représentant Suplex Republic et le mouvement Yes We Plex. L'équipe composée du nouveau classique Zakiriti, The Cyclone, Juma Bolat, Suplex Republic.
And when you ask these two men, will you be champions at the end of the night? The answer is yes, we Plex. The Suplex Republic looking here to assimilate new assets.
Et enfin pour finir, eux aussi challengers. Ils représentent la tactique. Ils sont les putains de compte. L'équipe accompagnée par l'agent L, Erin Ordo et Nate Prince.
And the final piece of this puzzle, La Tactique. Erin Ordo and Nate Prince, we just saw them come out to assist Josh T, and you have to wonder how that's going to develop. And by their side, A.D. Leonis. Under the tutelage of Tiago Montero. It'll be interesting to see if La Tactique can finally capture those championships that they've been trying to capture for so long. They've tried so many different combinations, whether it be Nate Prince and Tiago, or Nate Prince, or Aaron and Tiago. And now it looks like maybe it'll be Aaron and Nate. La Tactique trying every possible strategy, every possible tactic they can think of. There will be a lot of moving parts here, as this will not just be a triple threat tag team match, it will be tornado rules. And the man in the middle of that storm, in the eye of that storm, in the middle of all that chaos, is the referee Alex Schneider, presenting the APC Tag Team Championship. A duel of chants is how this match began. But it's time to put the chants away and start moving some fists. It looks like Suplex Republic and Top Dog's family getting straight to business. There goes La Tactique. I guess that wasn't the tactique to lead them to victory, but instead it looks like this battle has begun. Suplex Republic doing wonderful job there by Suplex Republic. Double knee straight to the Top Dog family. And the Top Dogs family have been champions since October, when they won the titles at APC International Control, and they've done a wonderful job thus far. As you see there, Aaron Ordo looking for that stomp. Oh, here comes, wait, hold on, here comes Nate Prince with a boot, taking down the Suplex Republic. It looks like Zach Eriti and Juma Bolat, the Suplex Republic, taken down. And here comes Ordo to make sure they stay down. Ordo, make it. We talk about making the target easy to hit. A little too much time jaw-jacking and celebrating. Back elbow comes in here. Has him up. Ricky Souza does a wonderful job of landing on his feet, looking for that cutter. Oh, Nate Prince ducks under, but tries to cut him down. Souza does a wonderful job of staying right on top of things. And talk about on top, how about over the rope? What a moonsault by Souza. Wait, Juma's in the ring as Aaron Ordo goes off on Ricky Souza, and it looks like Juma Bolat, the Cyclone, taking to the skies, and his partner, Zach Eriti. Suplex Republic have been on a conquest for these tag team championship for so long. Maybe today is finally the day. My God, Mecca takes him right down. And the big dog, the big man, the island soldier. I don't think I've seen dogs with wings, but I think we're about to see this one sprout some. Mecca about to welcome everybody to the doghouse. And that's a mad dog if ever I've seen him. Now you know why they're tag team champions for so long. And Mecca, it looks like, has chosen Aaron Ordo to be his biggest victim. And like a man possessed, climbing up. Looking to take the jump. You see there by the Nate Prince grabbing on and allowing for Ordo to get that drop kick. Well, that could have been very much the end for this fight. Prince saving him, his partner, and saving the match for his team, as well as now Souza flying through. My God, taking down one of the chandeliers. And now Prince, but nearly choked out. You see the referee, Alex Schneider, trying to somehow gain back control, taking the danger out of the ring. You talk about knocking the lights off. You talk about knocking the roof off the place. This final storm is doing exactly that, literally. Ordo trying to somehow pacify the Suplex Republic on the outside, who have used that time, that distraction, to get back on the offensive and bring themselves back into this match. You see there Juma Bolat beating down on La Tactique, making sure they keep them down, they wear them out, and you have to think about the chaos of a Tornado tag team three-way. If you can take any team out of the equation, any person out of the equation, that could be pivotal for your chances for success, as this is broken down into a melee here at ringside. Souza beating on Nate Prince. You see the Eriti dropping right down onto Mecca. And absolute chaos here. All 6 men battling it out. It seems like almost in like a battle trance. Mecca, what a chop there onto Bolat. Eriti coming in to assist his partner. Chop right back. That's a lot of meat being moved around here. 2 big boys going right at each other. But Souza being pushed into the ring, and that broom absolutely exploded off of the back of Souza. And as part of Tornado rules, no disqualification. Referee Alex Schneider can just do his best to try to keep as much order as possible. It looks like they might be looking for a magic killer. And maybe instead it's their chances for the win that are about to be killed. Double German tossed away by the Republic. And Suplex Republic have been adamantly asking time and time again for opportunities for these championships. Of course, at Rise for Glory, they were defeated by the Top Dogs family. But now, maybe, their pleas and the mantra of yes we plex may finally lead them to gold. Emeka coming in here, through both men, and now flying through the air. Mecca using himself as a battering ram. Mecca now going at both Eriti and Bolat. Rushing into both men, flattening them both in the corners. And you have to think, if he wears them both down, if he takes them both out, the chances for the Top Dogs family only rises. Nate Prince, I think you should have just kept your mouth shut. Instead, though, manages to counter, finds an elbow. Well, Prince asking to be put down. I think you shouldn't ask for. Oh no! Look at the strength. Look at the power. Look at the absolute strength of Mecca. Suplex Republic. I think they see Mecca as the biggest danger, so they'll save La Tactique to make sure to keep the big man down. And as Souza tries to save his partner, you see there that alliance forming. Mecca. Hold on, look at that, look at that, look at that. You've only gone and made him angry. And now for the second time, 4 knees to every side of Mecca's temple. And with that, the big dog pacified. The opportunity here for one of these teams. Oh, here comes Souza. Souza coming in now to make sure that the Suplex Republic don't build too much of a lead. Power slam by Souza. The ducks under. Looks for a kick. Ordo ducks. Souza now coming in. Ordo wonderfully done there. Good feint, looking for that stomp. Out of the way goes Souza and finds a German suplex. Souza into those ropes. Ordo catches him. And it looks like they've hit a new gear here. Souza, what a twisting slam into the cover to retain, but a kick out by Ordo. A kick out by Arenardo. And I don't know where that came from. Souza, maybe staying on top of things. I think tunnel vision, too focused on his goal, too focused on getting that Souza cutter. Didn't see Nate Prince prowling. Hey, you talk about not seeing. Ordo, in absolute danger, planted with that DDT. Given off to Bolat. And now a slam, thunderous. Just as thunderous, the fans here at Jenny chanting, yes, we plex, maybe. Finally, the Suplex Republic will have gold to its name. Bolat, Eriti, climbing up. Arenardo in complete danger. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Mecha prowling, and Mecha gonna capitalize. Manages to take the Suplex Republic down. And Mecha, that absolute hulking beast. I think La Tactique here is to turn tail and run as quickly as possible. But I don't think Ordo thought that far ahead. Oh, wonderfully done to use that mobility, though. Out of the way, Mecha crashes into that turnbuckle, and Ordo brings all his weight right back onto his neck. Pumping himself up, firing himself up. Oh, hold on, caught there by Mecha. And look at that incredible strength to toss him from his legs across the damn ring. Mecha with fire coursing through his veins. And that fire is about to be lit onto La Tactique. Wait, lift Nate Prince again, and wait, Ordo trying to maybe save his partner. Prince trying to somehow grab hold onto him and hold onto those. Oh, he wasn't holding onto the ropes enough. Look at that, look at the strength. Look at the absolute strength of this monster. And a double Samoan drop. Well, that'll make a true Samoan proud. But maybe he used up all of his strength, too much of it. Double armbar. Mecha with both arms stretched, but Souza comes in with a boot. Souza to save his partner, to save his team, and to save his championship. Twisting kick onto Bolat. Eriti caught with a knee. Bicycle kick to the face. And he's looked for this time and time again. Maybe this time. Wait, no. Bolat has him. Bolat catches him. And Bolat tosses him across the ring. This is the moment. The moment for the Suplex Republic to finally stamp their names onto APC Tag Team history and cover and gold for the Republic.
Mesdames et messieurs, les vainqueurs de ce match et nouveau champion, nouveau classique, Zach Eriti, Cyclone, Joe Mamo, Suplex Republic!
And 3 words that are now draped in gold. Yes, we plex. After trying and failing time and again, finally, the resolve pays dividends. The Suplex Republic have finally gotten their medals, and now with all three members holding gold, with a hug and an embrace, this final storm ends up being the perfect storm for the Suplex Republic.
Mesdames et messieurs, du bruit pour vos champions, Suplex Republic!
And with every soul in Studio Jenny on their feet, let this be a lesson to the children, to everybody. Put your mind to things and good things will come. Absolute celebration for the Suplex Republic. Well-earned champions.
Allez, encore une fois, du bruit pour JGU, Juma Molat et Zakheriti, vos tout nouveaux champions, Suplex Republic! Comment ça va les amis? Comment ça va? Bon, il fait chaud là, non? Ouais? Est-ce que vous avez kiffé cette première partie de show? Ouais? Est-ce que vous êtes prêts pour la deuxième partie de show? Ok. Mais avant ça, je pense que si vous voulez pas mourir en fait, je pense que vous avez besoin d'aller prendre un peu l'air. Je pense que vous avez besoin de boire un peu d'eau. Le bar est juste là. Allez-y avec courtoisie bien évidemment. Allez vous rafraîchir, allez dehors. Je vous fais des gros bisous et sur YouTube les amis, on se revoit juste après. Bisous.
My lover's got no money, he's got his strong belief. My lover's got no power, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no fame, he's got his strong beliefs. My lover's got no money, he's got his strong beliefs. Want more and more, people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, want more and more, people just want what he's looking for. Free from desire, mind and sense.
Mesdames et messieurs, on est de retour au Studio Génie. Hey the world, we're back on APC Final Storm. Oh wait, attendez. Attendez. Non, parce que depuis tout à l'heure on parle en français. Je vous ai dit qu'on allait casser Internet, alors je vais m'adresser au monde. Hey guys, welcome to APC. Vous êtes prêts pour la baston? Vous êtes prêts pour le combat? Are you ready for the fight? Le prochain combat est un match triple menace.
Message de la part de notre capitaine concernant le prochain show de l'APC, Final Storm.
Gringo, les gens ils vont t'accueillir comme la superstar que tu penses être. Mais pour moi, tu n'es qu'un adversaire de plus. Car la seule et unique superstar qui est ici à l'APC, c'est ton futur capitaine, Thiago Montero. Quant à toi, Griff, on peut dire que tu n'as aucun but depuis Météor. Tu manques de détermination, de concentration. On peut même dire que tu manques de tactique. Je te rassure que la tactique n'a rien compris. Même si je trouve que tu parles beaucoup trop de la tactique pour quelqu'un qui n'est pas intéressé. Apparemment, tu es beaucoup plus intéressé par Gringo. Pourtant, la plus grande menace de ce match, c'est bien moi. Gringo, Griff, samedi, vous serez tous les deux sur mon terrain et vous allez être obligés d'admettre que je suis votre capitaine.
Comme je vous l'ai dit, mesdames et messieurs, ce match est un match triple menace prévu en un tombé ou une soumission. Le premier, s'approchant sur le ring, il est le maître de la tactique, le capitaine, détenteur du contrat Title Shot, la superstar, Thiago Montero.
And the final storm rolls on, and talk about storm, all I'm hearing is a storm of boos here in Studio Génie, here in Nanterre, in France. Le capitaine, the leader of La Tactique, and most importantly, I would say here, the man in possession of that contract, the contract that he won in the five-way at Fight for Glory. And that contract entitles him to a championship opportunity when and where he would ever please. And being the strategist that he is, Thiago Montero will make use of that advantage to its fullest capacities. And we heard from the man from Portugal before this match, coming into this three-way bout with complete confidence in his abilities. And as I know Thiago, I'm sure he has a plan. Let's see if the execution is just as good as the strategizing.
On fire.
Et son adversaire, il nous vient de Pontoise, 1m91 pour 80 kilos. Celui qui ne meurt jamais, le Phoenix, Cliff!
And I'll tell you who's sick and tired of La Tactique and Thiago's scheming and planning. It's this man right here, the Phoenix, Griff. And when Thiago won that contract, that Rise for Glory, the man he pinned was Griff, after Griff was taken out by Nate Prince, who then stood aside and allowed the leader, Thiago, to cash in on that cover. Well, Griff, every single time he's tried to get a foothold, every time he's tried to climb up, La Tactique have always been there and have always cut off his momentum. You see there, Griff staring a hole into Thiago. You know that he's coming in with that man, Thiago, fully in his sights. But this isn't a singles match, this is a three-way. And there's one more piece to this puzzle.
And their opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing at 180 kilos, the base god, Gringo Loco!
And I'll tell you what, as somebody who's very much familiar with the Chicago native, somebody who's very familiar with Gringo Loco, I have one piece of advice for Thiago and for Griff. All those plans, all those strategies, you can toss them out the window. And if you think you can soar as high as a phoenix, well, you better look up, because coming down on you will be the base god himself. Gringo Loco here in Paris in Studio Génie. The base god shows himself, and you can hear all his ardent devotees chanting for him here in France. And Gringo Loco, well and truly one of the most incredible high flyers on the indies. One of the absolute finest luchadors you will find. And if this is your first time watching Gringo Loco or watching APC, be sure to let us know on social media or right here in the comments just how blown away you are, because believe me, out of experience, in only a few minutes, your mind will be fully blown. Thiago looking to throw the first punch here. All three men going at each other. A roll up here from Thiago. Instead, here comes Gringo Loco with a roll up of his own. Griff now looking for his own path to victory, but a very quick duel from all three men to begin this fight. Three individuals that are incredibly technically apt. A handshake here from Griff, or between Griff and Loco, but clearly Le Capitaine is not going to be having any of it. And Le Capitaine, well, I guess he can console himself outside the ring. Well, that leaves two here, and when it comes to two, very few can match speeds. I'd say that was worth the break. Oh, Griff looking for a boot. Instead, Loco wonderfully done there with that arm drag. Oh no! I thought we were about to see the most fiery hips in the business. But turns out instead, there goes Loco coming right back with that back elbow. And the Phoenix, well, maybe his fire is burning a little less bright after that. I'd say that's the first big impact of this match. And especially in the chaos of a triple threat. Weakening or taking out any part of that equation makes, well, let's say the math a lot easier. Loco now into those ropes, coming right back. Thiago catches him and, my goodness, drills him into that apron. And that is why he's known as the master strategist. That's why he is Le Capitaine. Absolutely calculated the moment that he would get involved to maximum efficiency. But Griff wonderfully done here, and I'm sure Griff has been absolutely waiting for the moment to get his hands on Thiago. Sending Thiago into those ropes, and a kick ducked here by Griff. Wonderfully done, and forearm delivered right onto his doorstep. But Gringo Loco trying to get involved here. Both hands caught, wait, and even with his hands tied, he can still do the incredible. My God, Gringo Loco going absolutely crazy. And better yet, here comes Loco! The base god himself delivering devastation as elegantly as it goes. And Gringo Loco now sends Thiago into the ring, climbing up. And the base god going up to the top turnbuckle. Could be very much the end here for Thiago. From this position, Gringo's gonna switch and come down with the salt. A cover here for the win, but there comes Griff out of nowhere to stop the count. And the agility that you need to do something like that is unbelievable. Kicks coming in here now from Griff. And those kicks cut down Gringo Loco, who's had quite a bit of success in the last few months. Of course, touring Japan with DDT, becoming the DDT Universal Champion, and even main eventing the legendary Kurakuen Hall. Well, here comes Griff, wonderfully done, using Thiago as a stepping stone. And now with both men in the corner, a Griff double snapmare. The run up here onto the springboard, one boot for each face. Griff now onto the cover for the win, but a kick out by Gringo Loco. The fans here in Studio Jenny firing Griff up, and he set his sights on Thiago. Le Capitaine might want to be subbed out, but my God, tossed him. Griff's face almost bounced off of that steel post. Griff may well be knocked out. It's amazing that he's still lucid at all. He pushes Gringo Loco into that turnbuckle, and now the leg tied. Wonderfully done there by Loco, fighting his way out of that. Back elbow coming in here. Gringo Loco going after Thiago. Boot comes up into Thiago's face. Thiago might have him here, hold on. Might have him, lifts him up and brings him right down. What a slam, what a cover here, maybe for the win for Le Capitaine, but the kick out comes in from Loco. And you see there, Griff still very clearly dazed. Thankfully, though, the kick out comes in from Gringo Loco. And Griff coming to here, attacking, blocked, both attacking. It seems like every attack Griff throws, Tiago anticipating it. A boot right to the face of Griff, and now here takes down Tiago now. Le Capitan to get the win for his team, but a kick out. Kick out from the Phoenix. Tiago now, that sly smile, that confidence from Le Capitan, from the leader of La Tactique. I'd say confidence. I think the word is more so arrogance. But again, with that contract in hand, and currently, I was about to say the situation looking good, but it looks like he took too much time, too much confidence, rushed in, and boot there by Loco. Gringo Loco, sunset flip, and using that momentum, Griff out of the equation, cover, and a kick out! A kick out! My God, a stroke of genius from Gringo Loco. And Gringo Loco firing himself up. Griff is in no man's land. And whether in Chicago or in the heart of France, ever so clear, Loco is gonna wow the crowd. Well, maybe not just wow, sometimes even ooh. Another overhand chop as now Loco goes into those ropes, and discus forearm here from Tiago. Griff lifts Tiago up and takes him right down onto the knee. His chest going right into the knee of Griff. And now the Phoenix looking to rise into the win here, instead caught by Loco, and that's why they call him the Base God. Stable as they come. Tiago, though, awaiting and now leaping into action, maybe even leaping into the win, but a kick out by Gringo Loco. You see there Tiago staring outwards, and I'm sure a million calculations going through his head, trying to build the path to victory stone by stone, and maybe taking a few shortcuts here and there. Stomps down onto the arm of Gringo Loco. Maybe the crowd is even getting into his head. Maybe he's too focused on these boos, and that arrogance is coming into play. Maybe he's going off his plan. Now that knee coming in the throat, the airways of Loco against those ropes. And I think the next strategy here for Tiago is just wearing and whittling away at Gringo Loco. You see her constantly looking over for Griff, making sure that he's out of the way, and maybe sometimes throwing a few glances at the fans. The glances of absolute disgust. Looking to whittle away at Gringo Loco, but maybe gave him a little too much time there, too fixated on the fans here at Studio Jenny. Flying over into that sunset flip, cover, Gringo Loco flies back up. Griff coming in, caught by Gringo, power bombed onto Tiago. An absolute train that went off its rails, but it ends with a kick out from Griff. And that's that experience, that's that veterancy of Gringo Loco, 21 years. Able to act and react in the glimpse of a moment. And a roar of approval here at Studio Jenny. Base God about to smite the non-believers. The Swiss Salt coming in. Oh, it looks like he kind of landed on his feet, saved himself. Might have been trying to stomp onto both Thiago and Griff. That knee coming in from Thiago. The cover here, but a kick out by Gringo Loco. And Loco with that moonsault trying to stomp on both men. Instead, almost the killing blow from Thiago with that knee. Wait, Thiago has that strategy, that clipboard, and I think that clipboard just got super kicked straight into his face. Griff flying in, lands down. It looks like Thiago might have dodged. Thiago did dodge, and from that position, gets him down with that suplex bomb. Cover for Thiago. Look up, but a kick out by Griff. And the Phoenix rises again to the dismay of Thiago. And Thiago, with absolute disdain, slaps Griff right across the face. You see that Griff clearly feeling that impact, gasping for air as Thiago climbs up to that top rope. Griff fighting his way onto Thiago, trying to make sure he can't take that leap. Maybe not even take that leap. I think Griff is gonna try to make Thiago crash and burn. Climbing up here, has him in position. Wait, here comes Gringo Loco. Loco, I thought maybe trying to shake the. No way. What is Loco looking for here? All three men up top. Triple Spanish fly. Oh my God. An absolute car crash to the bewilderment. Car crash, that was more like a plane crash. All three men coming down onto the mat. And listen to these fans at Studio Geni, who only seconds ago were absolutely speechless. Now with all three men in the middle of that ring. Wait, Griff. And that clipboard, those tactics that have been a bane on his life for so long. I think Griff might be looking for, well, Gringo is weakened. If he hits Gringo with it, there's a good chance that he could get the win, that Gringos will be out of this fight. But instead, he absolutely decks Thiago. And rightfully so. La Tactique have stopped him every step of the way as Griff uses that speed, that mobility. Takes down the base god. And you might as well call him the God Killer, because this Phoenix is burning through. Griff now climbing up. Thiago in sights. Oh, shooting star flat. The shooting star landing in no man's land. Thiago now, that penalty kick. And with that cover, Thiago is once again a thorn in Griff's side.
Le gagnant de ce match, le capitaine Thiago Monteiro.
And for a moment, it seemed like finally Griff's luck was about to finally change. His fortune was about to turn. But in the key moment, Le Capitaine, the tactician himself, had the foolproof plan to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat once again. And I hate to give him credit for it. This is absolute arrogant human being, but in that golden moment, in golden time, he managed to score the winning goal. And with that, he can celebrate a further victory. And again, I have to remind, he has that contract that allows him a championship match when and where he wants. The question is, when will that time be? When is the time for Thiago Monteiro? Griff here will be very disappointed in the outcome. Again, his rival, Thiago Monteiro and La Tactique, one step ahead. As Griff has helped out, we come closer and closer to the main event. But before that, a rivalry between two men who were once
pour le
brothers.
Fenech Jr.
And now the most bitter of rivals, I Quit match, Ravage versus Kuro, coming up next.
Le Studio Génie, est-ce que vous êtes toujours chaud? J'espère que vous êtes accrochés parce que, mesdames et messieurs, le prochain match est un I Quit match pour le titre mondial de l'APC. Les règles sont simples. Pas de disqualification, pas de décompte à l'extérieur. La seule manière de gagner est de faire dire à son adversaire « J'abandonne ».
Est-ce que vous connaissez les Nukes? Le clan le plus dominant, l'équipe la plus emblématique qui soit, les plus imprévisibles.
Ce titre, APC, retiens bien ceci, Kuro. Tu vas devoir l'abandonner, comme tu nous as rencontrés.
a message after the tone.
Mon week-end aurait pu s'arrêter après avoir affronté une légende comme Shelton Benjamin. Mais non, Ravage a choisi de laisser ses insécurités prendre le dessus sur notre amitié. Alors soyons clairs sur une chose. Céline, Cosmic et Josh, même si c'est pas un nukes, ça reste ma famille. La seule personne qui nous a abandonnés ici, c'est lui. Et au-dessus de tout ça, il a l'air d'avoir oublié que avant notre arrivée chez les nukes, c'était juste deux mecs de Brest qui savaient même pas quoi faire de leur vie. Et là, il va se rappeler d'une chose que lui sait déjà depuis très longtemps. La hype est réelle. Et ce samedi, il va abandonner. Parce que comme d'habitude, il détruit tout ce qu'il construit. Et cette fois-ci, la seule personne qui l'aura abandonné, c'est lui-même. On se revoit donc à Final Storm. Grand frère.
The hype is real, and the hype is here. Mr. Hype, Kuro, the APC World Champion. And he's not just bringing the hype, he's bringing retribution, he's bringing revenge, he's bringing comeuppance to his big brother. Kuro, who has grown immensely over the past year, and that growth led him to winning the APC World Championship, to becoming the man here at APC. But it's not one victory, it's not one win that makes you the man. It's how well you can keep hold of it, whether it be against your most bitter of enemies or your closest of friend, or in this case, both. You have to wonder what's going through his mind. You have to wonder just what's going through Ravage's mind. Well, thoughts and words, the time for that has passed. It's time for action. So I send you to the ring to Reda for the official championship introduction.
Mesdames et messieurs, pour rappel, ce match est un I Quit match. Je vous rappelle les règles. Pas de disqualification. Pas de décompte à l'extérieur. Pas de tomber. La seule manière de gagner ce match, c'est de faire dire à son adversaire « J'abandonne ». En premier, le challenger. Il nous vient du Bourg-Palette. Le maître des pins. Le coach des vainqueurs, le Nukes masqué, Ravage. Et son adversaire, il nous vient de Saint-Denis dans le 93. Il est le plus stylé, le plus emblématique. Il est votre champion de France et ACC et votre champion du monde APC, Mr. Hype himself, Kuro!
And you notice, you see there, Ravage going straight at Kuro. Kuro's eyes have not left Ravage ever since he's come out here. Fully fixated on one another. Just waiting. I was about to say just waiting until a referee, Daphne Avara, shows the championship, but not even for that. This isn't just about the championship. This is about two men who have come at an absolute impasse in their relationship, a relationship that once bloomed, a relationship that once saw them crowned as APC Tag Team Champions. And now, in the most bitter of battles, Ravage and Kuro will try to take each other out. Ravage, wait, hold on. Ravage has Kuro up, trying to maybe toss him through the chairs. Instead, Kuro throws Ravage into the 5th row.
Do you quit?
Ta gueule.
And as you just saw, referee Daphne Aurora going on to Ravage. This is an I quit.
Non, ta gueule.
An I quit match. No pinfalls, no submissions, no disqualification, no way out. The only way for this to end is for one of these two men to quit, to admit that they can't hang. And that is something that I think both Ravage and Kuro don't want to do. Hold on a second. They're climbing up these stairs. They're climbing up the stairs to the production area. Ravage and Kuro are up here. And then they're fighting their way through the production. Well, somebody get security to get these guys down there from here. Well, Kuro and Ravage are fighting right here in front of us.
Do you quit?
Non, jamais.
Good God!
Do you quit?
Oh non!
Kuro just punishing Ravage.
Oh, allô tout le monde. J'espère que vous vous amusez bien. Alors ce soir, pour ce show magnifique, on va avoir une session spéciale. Et c'est moi le DJ. Lançons la musique. Allons-y.
Well, Ravage, I think Ravage is asking for music. He's using the turn plate. He's using the DJ plate, bouncing it off of Ravage's head. And now using that microphone, the butt of that mic to hit him in the head. Thank God they're leaving. The production area is in complete disarray. Somebody turn that music off. Well, Ravage and Kuro now battling their way back down. Fighting on at ringside, our cameras trying to chase after them. And already only a few minutes into this, it's already gone completely off the rails. And you talk about off the rails, that's what Ravage is. Ravage, after what he sees, what he in his own eyes deems as betrayal from Kuro, went on to attack every part of the nuke. Every person in the nuke was set into his sights. He attacked Celine. He attacked Cosmic Ben. He even attacked Josh D, who's not even part of Lenyuk. But because of his mentorship, his relationship with Kuro, he saw him as a target. Ravage was looking to attack everything Kuro loved. Kuro now looking for that hype maker. Instead, Ravage counters. Climbing up, Ravage looking for a monkey flip. Kuro manages to get him down, and now double boot straight to the chest. May as well have caved in his rib cage.
Do you quit?
Ah.
It looks like, hold on a second, Ravage is in position. The hype, well, the people's hype more so, about to drop that elbow. Ravage moves out of the way, and now here comes Kuro with a boot. Absolute venomous boot. Putting in all his frustration with Ravage into every attack. My God, caught him! Caught him with that cutter! Kuro! Absolutely waylaid! And now Ravage putting the boots to Kuro, now stepping on his younger brother's neck. And again, I've used that word so often, brothers. These two men were brothers in Ravage's eyes, everything he's doing is justified, but I see this as nothing more than an outcry of jealousy.
Jamais.
The referee, Daphne Owara, asking if he'll quit, and you see there, Kuro said never, and Ravage, in his rage, just tossed the chair at him. And like I said, no disqualification. I quit. The only rule is that your opponent has to give up. Ravage with that damn doll. What is he doing? What is he hiding in that thing? Clearly, whatever it is, it's important. Oh, God. What kind of sick man? What kind of demented individual gonna use a fork to stab Kuro? Kuro is caught, and Ravage enjoying every second of that as he just stabs away at Kuro's forehead. And now from his head into his mouth, using it.
Fils de pute!
I can't repeat what he said, but he doesn't quit. He does not quit as Ravage keeps on torturing, absolutely torturing Kuro here. I can't repeat what he said, but I definitely agree with him, and I agree with these fans, because that's exactly what Ravage is acting like. No, Ravage presenting him to each side of the fans as he stabs him with that.
Do you quit?
With that fork.
Ravage, c'est pas suffisant, salope.
You see that Kuro telling Ravage, do your worst. I think Kuro might have been slightly busted open with that damn fork. It's now that back suplex. And Ravage is just enjoying every second of this. And then you have to think just what kind of a human being, once you see somebody who you said was your brother, was a good friend of yours, achieve the greatest success he can, for you to say, I'm going to dismantle everything you love, I'm going to take you down, take you out, and take away that success. And you see they're biting onto the head of Kuro that is already bleeding. Ravage now with that chair in hand. And, hold on a sec. Wait, the Nuke's music is playing. Who? Wait, hold on, no way! La Crasse! La Crasse! One of the original Nuke! We haven't seen La Crasse here since at least 3 years. I think he hasn't been in APC since 2022. And it looks like he's stepping up to Ravage. La Crasse going head to head. Maybe finally he'll be the voice of reason and end this damn maniacal campaign that Ravage is on. That chair in hand. Oh, what? You were supposed to be a voice of damn reason. Not another echo in the madness. La Crasse attacking Kuro. Helping Ravage as he dismantles him. Lung blower here by Ravage, and now La Crasse with those boots to his back. And I have to wonder if Lacrasse's return after almost 3 years was premeditated. If this was the plan from Ravage from the start. To build up hope in Kuro that maybe he still has a friend. And to take that hope away, they're choking out Kuro with those damn shirts.
Do you quit?
Oh. Kuro holding on as best he can. Not quitting. Oh wait, hold on, who's that? Wait, that's Cosmic Ben. That's Ben. Another one of the nuke. One of the people who were attacked. One of the people who were attacked by Ravage, and now Celine. Maybe Celine will finally be the voice of reason. And Lacrasse spitting on what meant so much to all of these people. I guess for Celine as well, it's over. It's done. It's history. And so is Lacrasse. And it looks like Ravage has been left with not one friend there. And he did it to himself. Well, surprise, surprise, you turn your backs on the people closest to you. You're not gonna have people close to you anymore. The true nukes taking down Ravage. And now Ben and Celine going to help Kuro. Going to help him maintain and hold what he worked so hard for as Kuro takes flight and takes out both Ravage and Lacrasse.
Do you quit?
No.
Ravage saying he doesn't quit, but you notice his voice becoming weaker. His resolve. Oh, that's perfect. That's amazing. Great thinking. Keep Lacrasse out of this whole situation. Tie his mouth up while you're at it.
Enroulez-le, enroulez-le et faites-le dégager d'ici.
Oh, hold on. Those goodbyes, that moment of joy that Kras was taken down. You see Celine absolutely waylaid, absolutely tossed by Ravage. Lacrasse being just literally dragged away by Ben. And now Ravage with that chair.
Eh, Kuro, vu que tu veux pas abandonner, espèce de putain d'égoïste, tu vas peut-être abandonner pour elle.
Well, Ravage is gonna use Celine.
Demande-lui s'il abandonne. Ask him.
He's gonna force Ravage to give up. Celine shaking her head, no, don't do it. And it looks like Ravage's anger, his frustration, is absolute rage. I think in Ravage's mind, Kuro is the biggest hypocrite there is. I don't think he can look himself in the mirror, Ravage. I think what he sees is completely different. The fact that he thinks this is justified. Even referee Daphne O'Hara trying to somehow talk to this damn madman. Kuro stumbling up to his feet, spits in his face. And Ravage, with absolute rage, seething. Going after Kuro. A blow there right to the head. Celine coming up and going low. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy as the spit from Kuro running down that mask. The shock in his eyes clear. Celine moving out of the way, letting Kuro handle his business, and business will be handled.
Do you quit?
Ta hype, Kuro, c'est que de la merde. Va te faire enculer par tes grandes sœurs, toi.
Oh, that might have lit a fuse there. Ravage insulting Celine one final time. His head bouncing off. And Kuro in his rage, in his anger. Look, Kuro might have snapped. Kuro has grabbed a wooden frame, a door. Climbing now into the ropes, into the ring. Chair in hand, bouncing off of the spine of Ravage. Now, Kuro, that chair straight onto the head.
Do you quit?
Je crois que... Non.
And you have to wonder, how can Ravage even quit if he's going to be beaten senseless?
No.
And you hear that pain in Ravage. Kuro now grabbing that door frame, setting it up. Kuro now has Ravage setting up for that hype maker. Instead, Ravage twists him around. Kuro sends Ravage into those ropes. Blocked there. And Ravage climbing up now from that top rope. Flipping into that rocket lariat. Absolutely back and forth. Ravage now with that chair.
Do you quit?
Tu crois que je suis ta mère ou quoi?
Kuro, you heard there Ravage saying this is ask him again, his last chance. Ravage flying in with that chair crashing onto Kuro. Ravage, if you wanted any more reason to know just how disgusting this human being is, Kuro throws that chair in.
Do you quit?
No.
Kuro now with that chair draped onto the face and now just pushing that unforgiving steel onto the face of Ravage. Kuro climbing up to that top rope, shaking off the cobwebs, shaking off the scars, and flying in! 2 boots straight to the chair! That goes right through Ravage's skull! Kuro and Ravage beating each other to an absolute pulp. And I'm surprised either man is even still lucid enough to say no. Dragging their beaten down bodies. This has turned into an absolute fight, an absolute brawl between these two. And it seems like the moment they were face to face, they woke up. And that rage that's burning through them was lit once again. Ravage had that door frame in that middle. Ravage laid out.
Do you quit?
Je crois qu'un kill de merde m'a arrêté.
Kuro now with that chair, with Ravage draped down. Ravage has been he's been put up on the executioner's block here.
C'est la dernière fois qu'on te demande. Abandonne ou tu meurs sur suite.
Kuro saying, I'm going to ask you one last
Tu seras pas
time.
capable, sale merde. T'as jamais été capable de quoi que ce soit. T'es qu'un égoïste à la con. Tu vas tous nous trahir. Ta mère, elle a honte de toi, je suis.
With that crazy smile, Ravage said, you don't have the guts. You don't have the will to do this. Oh my God, Anthony, he's sticking that fork into his eyes. He's sticking the fork. And he quits. He quits. He quits.
Mesdames et messieurs, le gagnant de ce match est toujours champion du monde de l'APC, Mr. Hype Kuro.
And Kuro makes Ravage quit, but look at Kuro. Look at that void, blank stare in his eyes. He just shoved that damn fork into Ravage's eye socket. That's a level of poison that I never knew Kuro had in him. And despite the fact that he's won, that he's made Ravage quit, you have to wonder if he's just lost a piece of himself that he'll never get back. Once upon a time, Ravage was his big brother. And now, as Kuro stands over the remnants of that big brother, he's retained his championship.
Mesdames et messieurs, encore du bruit pour votre toujours champion du monde de l'APC, Kuro. C'est C'est bon la musique, je pense. Yeah, voilà. On va leur dire merci quand même pour les portes. Parce que... Thank you for the doors, guys. Fourth row team here. Round of applause, s'il vous plaît. Applaudissez l'équipe de fourth row. Merci beaucoup. Thank you, guys. Pour ça y est, est-ce qu'on peut dire que le nuke c'est fini? Est-ce qu'on peut dire que tout ça, ça y est, stop, on arrête? Et surtout, c'est quoi, enfin, la vraie suite pour toi?
Bonjour, comment ça va? Je suis el freestyler Pasaya. And Kuro. Kuro, you are the best. In France, you are the best wrestler in France. Lo eres. But me, I am the best in Spain. And he escuchado lo que estás haciendo durante el veranito. I've heard about the summer of hype. But Kuro, the hype in summer is around me. Because I'm taking over Ireland, I'm taking over Spain. And soon, I'm coming to APC to take over Francia. But every time France goes against Spain, Spain always wins. Así que, Kuro, what you say is Kuro against Sofia for the APC World Championship. Because I'm going to show you what everybody already knows. That is que sí se puede. See you soon, bro.
Ok. Pour le meilleur de France contre le meilleur d'Espagne, pour ceux qui ne l'ont pas reconnu, on parle de Zosaya. Le rendez-vous. Tu es désormais challengé pour le titre du monde de l'APC à Summer of Hype le 12 juillet prochain à la Belvilloise. Est-ce que tu acceptes ce challenge?
Même si j'ai rendu à ce qu'il sait depuis le début de la vidéo, j'accepte le challenge. La production graphique est déjà prête du coup. Du coup, Zosaya, Kuro, contre le titre de la PC, 12 juillet, Summer of Hype. C'est parti les gars, et on va montrer une seule chose à Zoya, c'est que la hype est...
And it looks like we've got the next challenger set up for Kuro. It will be El Freestyler, a man who's been winning gold all over Europe, Zosaya.
Votre champion du monde de l'APC, Mr. Hype, Kuro. Merci beaucoup. On va laisser. Est-ce qu'on peut applaudir s'il vous plaît le staff inside, s'il vous plaît, qui travaille d'arrache-pied, la sécurité, le challenge, tout le monde s'il vous plaît, investit ici pour produire Final Storm. Encore une fois, du bruit pour nos chers et tendres commentateurs. Rémi Millanero et Nemeth, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Ok, d'accord, j'attends. Est-ce que vous avez kiffé le show? Vous n'avez pas tant kiffé que ça, je repose ma question. Est-ce que vous avez kiffé le show? You see guys, that's France. Alright? France is cool. Les gars, vous êtes chauds ou quoi? Vous êtes prêts? Si vous avez bien regardé nos réseaux sociaux, vous savez qu'il nous reste un match. Le match que vous attendez tous. Alors levez-vous, sortez vos flashs. C'est maintenant, c'est tout de suite. Je veux voir tous les flashs de téléphone sortis. Sortez les flashs. Partout. Je veux que le monde entier voit ce qui va se passer. Parce que, mesdames et messieurs, le prochain match est un match simple prévu. On a tombé. Une soumission. Et il s'agit de votre main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the crescendo of this evening, and my goodness, what a crescendo it will be. Aigle Blanc, arguably the best French wrestler drawing breath today. A man that you will only ever get to experience on this stage so many times. A man who is destined for greatness and a man who will put France on the map. Aigle Blanc may well be the most decorated, the most respected superstar of French professional wrestling, definitely one of the top, one of the cream of the crop in Europe. And what better way to challenge a man of his quality than to bring him the best from all over the world. That is exactly the challenge that awaits Aigle Blanc here in the main event. The final storm is upon us. And the final storm comes in the form of one half of the TNA Tag Team Champions. A man who has won every championship there is at WWE, a former TNA World Champion, IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, AAA Mega Champion, and one of the absolute best on this damn planet. A man who, no matter what corner of the globe you look, is a wanted man. Nemeth. Nemeth has done battle with the best on this planet. He is a measuring stick in and of himself of what it takes to be one of the top in this industry. And with that, potentially, the ultimate test awaits the Royal Hunter here in Paris. Jenny, a melting pot. For the final time, I send you to the ring for the official championship introduction.
Mesdames et messieurs, c'est l'heure de votre match simple, prévu, on a tombé, une soumission. Et ce match sera officié par monsieur Alexandre Schneider. Le premier participant. Il a fait de Paris son terrain de chasse. The Royal Hunter, Aigle Blanc. TNA Tag Team Champions, the one-man Nemeth.
Tell you this, if you're new to APC, it is so rare to have Aigle Blanc in the ring and have the fans be chanting for the man in the opposite side. But that is the quality of Nick Nemeth. With that referee, Alex Schneider. Calls for the beginning of the fight.
This is awesome! 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 This is awesome!
And I'll tell you this, that the energy right now here in Studio Jenny is indescribable. Just the auspiciousness of this fight that we're about to see. Nemeth pushing away Blanc. Blanc catches him. Blanc might look for a quick end here. Looking for that tombstone. Looking for that 101. And I'll tell you what, when you've got two guys of that quality in the ring, it is a duel of thin margins. One little mistake could lead to defeat. Blanc now in control of the head. You see there Nemeth lifting the leg up, finding the head scissor, breaking away the pressure and putting pressure of his own here. Wonderfully done, incredibly done there by Blanc. You see they're using his legs to get out of that and getting under Nemeth's skin. Blanc now. Incredible mobility from the Royal Hunter, a man that has been to the very tippy top of Europe. A man who has won championships all over Europe. A man who here at APC has gone to war with some of the best in the world. Blanc now rushing into those ropes, and what a drop kick there by Nemeth. If you look it up in the book, that's exactly what it looks like. And Blanc, who has had, as I said, incredible success, not just here in France, but all over Europe, competing in tournaments like the 16-karat gold tournament, which is known as Europe's biggest wrestling tournament, or whether it be the Champions Carnival, all the way in Japan, as part of All Japan Pro Wrestling on tour, with the Champions Carnival being the longest running annual tournament in Japan. Blanc has bewildered fans on so many continents, as has Nemeth. Is now Blanc looking to potentially get a very big win, a very early win here, but a kick out comes in by Nemeth. And my goodness, so early into the match, so close to the 3 count for Blanc. Blanc now standing in the middle of that ring. Climbing up. Oh, look at it. Nemeth cuts him short. That's that instinct of Nemeth. That's that experience. I'll tell you what, Blanc thrives on the fact that he's so unpredictable, his incredible aerial ability to come at you from any angle, any direction. Well, Nemeth has been grinding his sword, has been sharpening his blade against the best in the world. He knows how to cut you down from any angle too. This fight now is spilling out to ringside. Sending Nemeth right back into the ring. Aigle Blanc, the Royal Hunter, looking to turn the wanted man into his spray. Instead, absolutely taking out with that knee. Nemeth for the victory here, but a kick out by Blanc. And just how quickly Nemeth sprung into action there. Now you see using those ropes, well I'd more so use the word abusing, but one thing is for certain, this man knows how to get the win. If this is another step on that path, he will take it. You see there, Nemeth maybe even frustrated with Blanc, putting his boots to his throat. I'd say that's a sign that Blanc is challenging Nemeth far more than Nemeth maybe expected. Nemeth celebrating here. Elbow drop, landing straight to the heart of Blanc, and a kick out by Blanc. And Nemeth goes straight onto that cover. Look at how sound that cover is. Rolled him up and a kick out by Blanc. And again, Nemeth not giving Blanc a moment to breathe, literally, as he now chokes him in the middle of that ring. Nemeth with that rear naked choke, cinched in. Blanc trying to fight his way out, moving, finding any angle where he can catch a breath. Look at that. Look at that, absolute security, absolute confidence that Blanc has to look for those ropes. And I think those ropes might have been Blanc's only way out of that position. And you saw, as he reached for those ropes, his eyes pleadingly towards referee Alex Schneider. The breath was running very short. Nemeth winding up, maybe winding up too long. Blanc fighting back here. Takes out his knee. And that cuts Blanc short again. And that speaks to that level of experience of Nemeth. Every time Blanc starts to build up momentum, he understands how dangerous it is, cuts him down as quickly as possible. And now, with that arm trapped, you see Nemeth again going for that chokehold. It almost got him success last time. Now with more security, with the arm trapped, Blanc trying not to panic again, positioning himself. Moving, climbing up, using Nemeth! And then with that jawbreaker, finally creating the separation. Blanc now staying on top of things. He knows how quickly Nemeth can cut him right back down to size. And so on Blanc. Blanc has his own rear naked choke. Elbows coming in here from Nemeth. Sends Blanc into that turnbuckle. Wonderfully done! Turns it around and Nemeth careens into that turnbuckle. Blanc up to his feet. But Nemeth rushing in. Blanc using that speed, and now wonderfully done, flying across with that cross body. Both men laid out. Blanc grabbing onto the ropes. Nemeth looks like he's going to be first back up to his feet. Blanc catching up. Nemeth winding up. Blanc twists him around and finds that kick to the back of the head. The Royal Hunter gets Nemeth up. Nemeth comes around. Boot to the back of the leg. Jumping across. Blanc catches him, holding on. And Blanc lifts him with that corkscrew counter. Cover. The Royal Hunter gets his pride, but a kick out. A kick out by Nemeth. And you see there Blanc gasping for air. He thought he must have had it there. And I mentioned just how incredible Blanc is. His achievements as a wrestler. Well, those achievements are about to get one step bigger, going up for that 450. And Nemeth wisely rolling out of the way. And for everything that Blanc has done for his own career, you have to think this is one of the men that's built up the French scene, who's built up French wrestling. So many incredible talents here of APC's were trained by Blanc, who now shows exactly how majestic he can take to the skies. Nemeth now on the back foot. Blanc climbing up. Is this maybe finally the moment? A gigantic victory here, but out of the way goes Nemeth. Blanc lands on his feet. Nemeth for the second time, and this time he plants him. The wanted man leaves with his wanted victory, but a kick out by Blanc. A kick out by Blanc. And you hear those chants of how awesome the action is, only cut down with the chants for Aigle Blanc. The fans here in Studio Jenny have no idea where their sympathies lie. It's just because both of these competitors are just unbelievable. And maybe a career-defining victory here for Blanc against a man who has been at the very top of wrestling for so. Hold on. Nemeth maybe looking for a choke slam here onto that apron. Blanc thankfully fights his way out. Oh, thankfully. And now it's Nemeth that's in trouble. Maybe Blanc looking for the tombstone. Rolls all the way back in. Tries to find his safety. Nemeth looking for the danger zone. Blanc ducks away. Super kick by Blanc. And now spikes him head first. Aigle Blanc now with Nemeth in the danger zone himself. Caught with that knee. The Royal Hunter gets his prey here on a kick out. A kick out by Nemeth. I said before, a battle of thin margins. And that is exactly what we are witnessing here. Every action may well be the final action. And I think that's exactly what Blanc's looking for here. You see him firing himself up, looking for the Desert Eagle. Lifts him up, Nemeth fights his way out. Nemeth turning him around. Wait, hold on. Nemeth looking, there's no way, that's a move that Blanc uses. Looking for the tombstone maybe. Instead it's Blanc. And Nemeth fights his way out. Blanc gets rolled up is Blanc, a kick out. Nemeth jumping up, Blanc catching him, fighting off, and instead Blanc sends him into those ropes. Famouser by Nemeth, and with that, he gets the win here, but a kick out by Blanc. Back and forth, so forcefully that I think I have whiplash. Referee Alex Schneider's count. Now at 6, both men back up to their feet. Blanc and Nemeth going back and forth here in the middle of the ring. You can tell both men have beaten a lot of fight out of each other. Well, I might have spoken too early. You see there, Blanc and Nemeth absolutely lighting each other up. The 101 stumbles onto the cover here, but a kick out with hardly any energy left in his soul. Blanc still kicks out. The fans getting up to their feet. Well and truly loving every second of the action. And maybe Nemeth looking to go to the well another time. The 101 blocked here by Blanc. Wait, Blanc lifting up Nemeth from that position all the way to this one. Looking for the tombstone, instead countered. Again, he's rolled up here, but a kick out by Nemeth, or a kick out by Blanc. Nemeth going for the danger zone. Blanc ducks, danger zone! Danger zone! Hit him with his own move, and now Blanc from up top, 450! Connect, the Royal Hunter soars high! Oh no, a kick out! A kick out! A kick out by Nemeth! How? Fans here at Studio Genie. It's almost like with every passing moment they get more energetic. Nemeth seems to have collapsed. Referee Alex Schneider trying to look over him, trying to get Blanc wants to keep going. Nemeth is stirring, but I don't know if he's fully there. Blanc sees his opportunity to capitalize. Oh, no. Nemeth might have it, but a kick out by Blanc. Tried to surprise him. Blanc somehow kicked out. And now, with fire coursing through his soul, the soul taken out! Danger zone is the last stop for Aigle Blanc!
The wanted man,
Nemeth! The White Eagle soared oh so high! But the wanted man could go even higher. And from there, he takes him right down into the danger zone. And Nick Nemeth leaves Paris victorious. All the way from Cloud 9 to the pit of despair went Blanc. What an absolute battle that we witnessed here. Every soul in Studio Genie on their feet.
place to be. That's why wrestling is the greatest sport in the world. I'm not going to waste too much more of your time. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who come out and see professional wrestling. Thank you for staying by me even after 1,000 losses in a row. And now I get to tour the world in person, seeing each and every one of your faces, and I love it. But again, this isn't about me. There's a lot of people in the back that are the future of this business. But I got to see firsthand tonight, number one in my books right here. Now this isn't my house. So Aigle Blanc, you send him home, champ.
S'il vous plaît, applaudissements pour Nick Nemeth. Il a déjà dit beaucoup de choses, mais le seul truc que je peux rajouter, c'est que le catch français, c'est pas juste incroyable, c'est le meilleur catch et les meilleurs fans d'Europe. Et je finirai juste sur une phrase. Vive le catch français.
With one final statement, Aigle Blanc says, long live French wrestling. A show of respect that was not necessary, but was given. That is the respect earned by the likes of Aigle Blanc.
Je vais pas vous mentir, je suis un peu émotionnel là, ça a été beaucoup de travail, j'espère que vous avez aimé. J'espère que vous avez aimé. Merci infiniment à tout le monde. Hey, toute l'équipe, faites un bordel s'il vous plaît. L'équipe technique là-haut. Les catcheurs. La famille Constantino s'il vous plaît, en commençant par Fabio. Arlène de Cheer. S'il vous plaît, un maximum de bruit pour tous les bénévoles, staff qui sont juste là, qui s'occupent de la sécurité, qui ont pris des putains de risques pour vous. À la production, on m'a dit de faire simple. Alors je vais faire simple. La suite sera mieux, vous avez plutôt intérêt de venir. Merci beaucoup. C'était APC Final Storm.
Yo, excusez-moi. Non. Donc toi, qui es sur le ring, Reda,